Okay, on this third video, we're talking about skew lines. This is new. Skew. Skew lines. And I'll define, skew lines. But before I get into skew lines, you have to understand they're going to use these two terms. They're pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to talk about it. Planar and coplanar. Coplanar, I don't know if they put the dash, I don't think they are, but coplanar, or they'll just write it like this, coplanar. That's how you say it, but the root word here is plane. It has something to do with the plane, right? A surface. Yeah. Coplanar. Coplanar means that on the same plane. On the same what? On the same plane. Okay, so let's say that they're referring to lines, right? So let's say if I give you two lines, let's say I give you this line and this line, right? And I ask you, which other lines are coplanar? Which other lines are coplanar to QV? Well, coplanar to QV, right? This is QV here. And what? And VW. Right? Coplanar is our word here. Coplanar means that it's on the same plane. So which other lines are on the same plane that these two are? Well, that would be this front plane, wouldn't it be? So then the answers would be what? Or the other two lines that are coplanar would be those there, right? Because they make up that front plane. So the two other lines that are coplanar, would be QR and what? RW. Okay, that's one word there, and the other one is just about the same, but it says something really important. The next one is the next word. Let me zoom this out a little bit, sorry. Is that too blurry? No, hopefully not. The next word is non-coplanar. Well, we just talked about coplanar, meaning on the same plane. Non, I'm not sure if they write it together, but this means like not, right? Not. They're not coplanar. Not on the what? Not on the same plane. Okay. Well, not on the same plane, non-coplanar. So again, if I'm talking about this front plane right here, as long as you pick a line, let's say we're talking about this front plane again, and I ask you which line is not on this plane. Well, you can pick a lot of lines that are not on this plane, right? As long as you don't pick any of these lines here, you can pick RS. RS is non-coplanar. PS It's as long as it's not a line on this plane. Yeah? Okay, now let's talk about skew lines. Here we go. This is the last part. Okay, so skew lines. Why did I bring this up? Well, you got to understand what skew lines are. Right? Going back to just lines, skew lines are lines that they do not intersect. They do not intersect right? They can't meet. This one is, you don't have to worry about, but really, they're not on the same plane, so they're non-coplanar. And they're not parallel. Usually, it's usually the ones that you worry about most are these two. You hear these two the most. They're non-coplanar, they're not on the same plane, and they're not parallel. So I'm going to give you one line. Let's see, if I pick this line here. Let's say I pick the line RS. Which line or lines are skew to RS? Well, see, you couldn't pick any of these lines up here because that would make them part of this top plane. I couldn't pick any of these PS. I couldn't pick any of these lines up here. But RS is also on this plane, so I couldn't pick any of these lines here. Right? And then RS runs like this. I couldn't pick these. I couldn't pick this that's parallel to it. I couldn't pick that. So what's a line that is, well, there's several lines that are skew to RS. Well, I would be able to say, so I can't pick these, right? Let me put them in red. I can't pick this, I can't pick this, and I can't pick this. That makes it on the same plane. I can't pick this, can't pick this, and I can't pick this. That makes it on the same plane. And lastly, this one is parallel to this, and so I can't pick it. So any other ones that are left over are the skew lines. See, these line QV is not on the same plane and not parallel. Yeah, you know what? Since it's not on the same plane, they're not going to intersect. So just worry about these two. They're not on the same plane and they're not parallel. That would be true. This one would also hold true. So let me write those down. So that's QV, PT. Oh, this is running out now. QV, PT. What else? This one here. This is skew also. It's not like, almost they got nothing in common. There's just one, this one's going this way, and this one's not going in the same way. It's not on the same plane, and it's not parallel to it. So also VW, and this one as well, right? What is that? T, this is a U. TU. Let's try another one of those. That was a little bit tough, right? Skew lines. So focus on this. Not on the same plane. They're non-coplanar, and they're not parallel. Now let's try another one. Last one. So which lines are skew? That's the key word here. Skew, not screw. It doesn't have a R. Skew. Which lines are skew to? Let me pick QV. Here's the one that. So you know what? First, I'm gonna pick the lines that are parallel to it. Remember, it has to be non-coplanar. Oh, this just thing right now. Non-coplanar, so it can't be on the same plane and not parallel. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's eliminate and scratch out the ones that are not parallel first. Okay, so can't be this one. Can't pick this one. Can't pick this one, right? Those would be the parallel lines. Can't pick those. Now let's pick the lines that are not on the same plane. Well, this line belongs to the plane on the left, right? This one on the left over here. This plane on this left side like that. So I couldn't pick this line or this line, right? I'm scratching them out. But this line is also part of this front plane, isn't it? So the front plane, I couldn't pick this line, and I couldn't pick this line. All right, which lines are left over? I got 1, 2. Those are not on the same plane. They're not parallel, correct? And which else? This one and this one. So these are the lines that would be skew. Skew to the QV would be these highlighted ones. So I would be able to say WU, RS, WURS, PS, and what is this, a TU. So if I compare this, if I look at this one with this one, it's not parallel, not on the same plane. If I look at this one with this one, not parallel, not on the same plane. And the same for all of these. So all of these would be skewed to this QV. All right, hopefully that made a little sense. All right, thank you.